No.
Scream very loudly and be really upset.
Are you telling me to do that, or?
No, I said I will be. What?
Oh, okay. I didn't hear the "I will be" part. Just sounded like scream very loudly and be very upset.
Ah.
I want to hear you scream, boy.
I want to hear you woo.
Thoth, what's this?
What hither over here?
Anyway.
Who? Anyway. Books.
All three of us are back on a video. What?
I mean, 2.5 of us, really.
Yeah.
I'm not all here right now.
Ah, okay.
Have fun figuring out which half.
It's the one I don't like, isn't it?
My lower half?
Oh no, it's your top half I don't like, because I have to hear that one.
That's right. It's only my ass on the stream on the recording.
That's all you hear?
Lovely. We're starting off very strong tonight.
Of course, dear.
Good hustle, guys. I'll see y'all next week. Back with more Midnight Sun.
Yes, we're reading Midnight Sun. We're on page 161.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. I'm Llytic. What are we reading?
I'm Tom.
I'm also here. Yeesh, what happened yesterday?
Basically, Harry became more of a totalitarian.
Mm-hmm. Like,
oh, Jesus Christ.
Full-on Big Brother.
Yeah, full Orwellian.
Oh, no.
She lay very still, moving just once to yank her hair away from her face. I don't think it'll quite be a yanking motion if you're asleep. She fanned out over her head, a river of chestnut. Then she was motionless again.
Her breathing slowed. After several long minutes, her lips began to tremble, mumbling in her sleep.
2 tablespoons. Wait, no. Impossible to resist. I listened as far out as I could, catching voices in the houses nearby.
2 tablespoons of flour, 1 cup of milk.
Oh, God damn it.
Come on, get it through the hoop. Oh, come on.
Red or blue? Or maybe I should wear something more casual. Like the blood of my enemies.
So red.
No. That's iron red. She's talking about normal red.
No, this is someone next door.
Yeah. And?
You're just assuming it's a she?
Yes?
There was no one close by. I jumped to the ground, landing silently on my toes. The shock of impact going straight to my balls as I folded my knees.
Ooh.
I forgot to tuck and roll.
This was very wrong, very risky. How condescendingly I'd once judged Emmett for his thoughtless ways and Jasper for his lack of discipline. And now I was consciously flouting all the rules with a wild abandon that made their lapses look like nothing at all. I used to be the responsible one.
Yeah, fuck you, Edward. You should just stop and quit while you're not even ahead. You just need to stop.
Stop. Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
I sighed but crept out into the sunshine regardless. My body twinkling fabulously.
Nice. I avoided looking at myself in the sun's glare. It was bad enough that my skin was stone and human shadow. I didn't want to look at Bella and myself side by side in the sunlight. The difference between us was already insurmountable. Oh, that's right, she's awake. No, wait, no, she's asleep. I'm mixing up scenes. I thought it was the one where she was reading outside. Never mind.
No, that one happened earlier.
Yeah. Shit. Side by side in the sunlight. The difference between us was already insurmountable. You're both really pale. The only difference is that you glitter.
Honestly, if I was dating a vampire in this universe, I'd be horrible because I would intentionally try to take pictures of them outside constantly.
Going outside, yeah, just a sec. Let me grab my shade so that you don't blind me.
Yeah, I'd be like that. I would be horrible and mean just saying stuff like
I've
that.
heard of blazingly pale, but this is ridiculous. Every
Honey,
time we
look,
go to the beach, I have to say that you're using some form of, like, glitter-infused sunblock. Because you refuse to wear sunblock.
Honey, look, I can hold this mirror up and I can point it at the ground and we burn the ground. Like I'm looking directly at the sun.
Oh god, it just like bounces between like the skin right on a fold and like just refracts and like burns a hole through something.
Exactly.
Like the crook of their elbow. Painful enough without this image also in my head. Me, a living disco ball, and her, basically what happens whenever plants grow under a plank of wood.
Yeesh. Okay.
I'm sorry, but I'm really just tired of the pale thing.
But I
What
couldn't.
are you?
But I
Anti-pale?
But I couldn't ignore the rainbow sparkles that reflected onto her skin when I got closer.
Rainbow Sparkle?
Yes, you know, it's the ship name between Rainbow Dash and Twilight Sparkle.
It sounds like it.
I just thought of that one He-Man music video set to Hey, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God, I cannot be that high.
I can't either.
I said hey.
I said, hey!
What's
Go
going on? That's an octave lower, I think. I don't know. I need to watch that.
Yes, because of the fact that when my voice starts to go that high, it immediately hits a break and jumps 5 octaves.
Mhm.
Oof.
You just need to learn to use your falsetto, but even then you may not be able to get that note.
Exactly. I have no in between. It's either this deep or this high.
Whoa, that sucks.
Okay then. Aye. Where was my jaw locked at the sight? Could I be any more of a freak? Probably not.
I mean, psychologically, no. Physically, yes.
Mm-hmm. I imagined her terror if she opened her eyes now.
The terror would be because you broke into her house. That's all it would be. Not the fact that you sparkle, you dumb fuck.
I could just picture Bella actually being awake right now, going downstairs and just being like, Dad, we need to move.
No one gives a shit that you sparkle. Most people would assume it's body glitter, and I highly doubt that Forks, Washington is so homophobic as that would be an issue.
Yeah, okay, it is the scene where she was reading a book. She just fell asleep on the ground outside. That's what's happening.
Oh. But yeah.
She's on the ground just asleep.
Yep. Have you never done that before?
Not in
I've
my
fallen
front
asleep
yard.
a lot of places. Yeah, not outside.
Yeah.
I guess I'm the only one in this group who has then. Okay.
But yeah, it's Forks, Washington, not fucking Kentucky.
I mean, he might get made fun of at school a bit, and the teachers might be concerned that their student is working, in a very...
A good point. This is 2006. Saying something was gay as an insult was still a thing.
Yeah, and the teachers might be worried that one of their students is partaking in a rather lucrative business at the moment.
Prostitution?
No. He just works at a really glitteredly gay strip club.
Okay.
No. I'm saying Edward works at the gay strip club, and he's known as the...
He could be working at
Sparkle
any number of strip clubs. It's just that he's a male stripper. We don't know who's shoving dollars into his pants.
Well, no, I didn't know that they had strip clubs where they do both genders. I didn't know that there was bisexual strip clubs. I don't go to them.
There probably is, but I'm just saying, like, places with male strippers tend to have an audience of gay men and straight women.
Forks, Washington
Male strip club.
No, bisexual strip club.
Wow, we're not even 10 minutes in and we're already getting off topic. This is a great start, everyone.
No, this is on
Best
topic.
9 strip clubs in Forks, Washington with reviews. 1-800-JET-DOLL, 1-800-PHONE SEX, Too Timid, The Romance Company.
Too timid?
Strippers for your party, professional party strippers, 123 strippers, male dancers and female strippers.
I found the top 10 best male stripper clubs in Seattle, Washington.
Party Strippers 101, Club Z. Let's look up, where was it? Male dancers and female strippers. Find hot male dancers or local female strippers in your surrounding area for a bachelorette or bachelor party. General info, call HeroHotBods.com. Order the best local female strippers for your bachelor party and even hot-ripped muscle men to attend your bachelorette party needs. The regular hours are Monday through Sunday, open 24 hours. Services/products. Hero Models provide professional male strippers, female dancers, exotic dancers, models, and servers for your bachelorette, birthday, sorority, frat, going away, office party, nightclub show, friends night, and party. One-on-ones or just for fun. Category: Adults Entertainment.
Wow,
Why are we taking the group to Washington? We have a bachelor party.
We have an office party. Who invites strippers to their office party? Why is it set on there?
Apparently some people do, otherwise it wouldn't be on there.
What kind of twisted place is Forks, Washington?
I'm starting to like Forks.
Hold
don't
on,
know
I gotta
why,
go
I'm
to their website real quick, alright?
All I'm thinking about is one of the Rooster Teeth animated adventures talking about when Bernie was talking about him and a group of friends going to a gay bar called Oil Can Harry's.
Oh, wow.
And like 30 minutes, after 30 minutes of being there, one of his friends just kind of like looks around, gets a questioning look on his face, and starts to something, and Bernie's just like, yes! Like, it took him that long to realize that they were at a gay bar.
Who was this?
Just a whole bunch of, like, greased up dudes, like, dancing on poles.
Should I look at their male stripper selection?
I mean, if you want to.
Let's see. Male strippers. They've got Alejandro,
nice
Aaron, Alex, Christopher, Tacoma, Julian, Remy, but with like an E with whatever it's called over it. Bobby, who's dressed like a sailor. God damn.
Nice.
Toby, John. Then we got Vito, Gene, Michael. I'm going to call that Javier. Yeah. Yep. Sexy. His name is actually
called Sexy.
Yep. Brandon, Val, Dennis, and Extraordinary. We've got another Aaron, Gavin, who's dressed like a cop.
Nice.
It's
Franco,
just like
Joshua, Giovanni, Radek, Michael, and Gio. I guess they're twins or something. Chaz, Mario. Oh, they got a. They got a.
That's.
They have a lot of male strippers, actually. Wow, they've got a wide selection.
Nice.
Okay,
Well, I hope so.
I'm leaving the website. Let's get back to the story.
Oh shit.
Honestly, I'm probably sure my Google Analytics just shit itself in confusion. Like, what the fuck? This is not what you've looked up before, and you've looked up a lot of weird shit.
I think mine did recently on my phone, partly because of the fact that it started giving me actual news. It's like initially it was all just nerd stuff, and then like in the last week it's been nothing but like Fox and CNN, and it's like, why? I asked for none of this.
How to look at your Google Analytics.
I've seen a lot of like on my phone, like I've seen a lot of like JoJo news and stuff like that because I've clicked
Well, like
on
it was originally all nerd stuff, and all of a sudden I'm getting stuff about sports or the Kardashians, or music, and it's like I don't care. I have searched none of this. I don't know if it was just me looking up pictures of blue-tongued skinks or something ended up tipping it into that balance, but it should be giving me news about pets if that's the case.
Maybe if it was like looking at blue-tongued skinks, they're like, oh, this person is a normal and functioning member of society. We're going to send them actual news stories and such.
We're gonna give him something that isn't about the Netflix series based on Magic the Gathering that's coming out at some point in the near future and directed by the directors of Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, that.
I mean, I'm curious to have more information on that progress.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've already got to get up to date on Stranger Things, being as season 3 came out last week.
Oh, did it? I need to...
Yeah, it dropped July, 4th of July.
Huh, nice. I need to...
Zane, did you say your line?
My line was what again?
I started.
Then no. I start to retreat, but she mumbled again, holding me there. She like grabs onto him. No!
Nothing intelligible. Well, I would wait for a bit.
Zane?
Sorry. I carefully stole her book. Bitch, what?
Motherfucker!
Stretching my arm out, holding my breath while I was close, just in case. I started breathing again when I was a few yards away, tasting the way the sunshine open air affected her scent. It seemed to sweeten the smell. No, sweat makes something smell nasty. My throat flamed with desire, the fire fresh and fierce again because I had been away from her for too long. I could just picture her waking up and just being like, motherfucker, put my book down.
You
I
body
swear-
glitter covered asshole.
If you lost my place, boy!
If you made me lose my fucking place, I will yeet your bitch ass into the sun. I spent a moment controlling that, and then, forcing myself to breathe through my nose, I let her book fall open in my hands. A bookmark fell out. Fuck. She'd started with the first book. I flipped through the pages quickly to the third chapter of Sense and Sensibility, searching for something potentially offensive in Austen's overly polite prose.
When my eyes stopped automatically at my name, the character Edward Ferrars being introduced for the first time, Bella spoke again.
Oh, woo. Edward, oh, woo, she sighed.
This time I did not fear that she had awoken. Her voice was just a low, wistful murmur. You know, like what you'd expect from someone who just woke up. Not the scream of fear it would have been me now. Again, that wouldn't be because you're fucking sparkling. It'd be because you're standing over her and just took a book from her while she was asleep. You're within molesting range, Edward.
Oh boy,
Sorry.
this next line, okay. Joy warred with self-loathing. She was still dreaming of me, at least.
You're nothing but self-loathing, and I wish to beat you to death with it.
Youch.
If only.
Sorry if I'm not giving the best commentary. I've been trying to find my ad preferences on Google.
I thought you were going to say I've been trying to find local male strippers.
No, I'm too scared to look up anyone locally. That's a dangerous accident waiting to happen.
What, is Wiley, Texas that small?
No, it's not. Well.
Oh, God.
I can't believe I just said that when we were recording. I'm really sorry.
Bars
What did you
in. He said my hometown. That's what he did.
say? He said your home.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I didn't even hear it.
Okay, I hope it...
How come when I type in stripper bars in my hometown, it leads me to Jack in the Box? What the fuck kind of Jack in the Box is in my house? What do you mean? No. All right.
Their equivalent to the Happy Meal is a bit concerning.
Yeah. Okay, so there's none in my local town, just in the biggest city nearby, apparently.
It's a stripper in a box.
I'm really. Oh god, no. Oh god, why is this episode about strippers?
Because glitter.
Oh my gosh. I really hope that his like stripper name is like Sparkle Pyre or like some kind of sparkle vampire joke.
Oh, God. Blood and
Sparkle
glitter.
thing. Yeah, blood and glitter. Yeah. Is it my line?
I think so, yes.
Yes, it's your line. It's...
Edmundo?
No, not the question.
Edmundo. Too close.
Edmund.
Ha! She wasn't dreaming of me at all, I realized blackly. The self-loathing returned in force. She was dreaming of fictional characters. So much for my conceit. Yeah, take that!
Motherfucker, you are too fucking white to do anything blackly.
Okay.
You're too fucking blazingly white to do anything moderately tan.
You can't even Mexican right, buddy.
He can't tan, he just sparkles.
He just gets more sparkles instead of tanning.
You wear shorts and everyone within a half-mile radius goes fucking blind.
Ugh. Edward,
To use a quote from Snapcube, the caucasity of this bitch.
What?
That was the Sonic 2006 one. It's one of the things Eggman says about the princess. The caucasity of this bitch.
I need to watch that again.
I need to watch it, period.
Why the fuck haven't you?
Because I have been moving and other things.
It would have been the perfect moving music.
You mind if I ask you a personal question?
Me?
I was referencing their Spider-Man one.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought you were being serious.
Ugh. Ah, damn it. Hold on. This. I don't know. I can't do it right now.
It's
Blah.
I was trying to make a joke like he was a normie or something, but nothing came to mind.
I mean, I just call him a neckbeard. That's what he's acting like.
Me? What?
No, Edward.
Oh, I was making a joke about the fact that Tom didn't know anything. Like I was trying to beat a
Oh,
neckbeard
that.
talking
Okay.
to a normie, you know?
You could have just called me a pleb. I mean, that probably would have worked.
Yeah, that's less cringy than normie. Then again, I'm pretty sure pleb wasn't cribbed from, like, 2chan.
Alright, well.
I'm almost certain that normie was, like, cribbed from some sort of actually Japanese forum.
Zane, it's your line.
Oh shit, again.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
I replaced her book.
I replaced her book and with a new book. She was now reading a manga.
I mean, this is basically just a shitty romance anime. So a romance anime.
No. She Bella's reading Yuri manga now.
I mean, I could actually make a joke about, like, this one shitty, fucking vampire shoujo manga.
What's shoujo mean again?
Directed at young girls.
Oh.
Not to be confused with josei, which is directed at women in their late teens to their 30s. And to, like, mid-30s.
And as this generation gets older, there'll be manga directed at 60-year-olds.
There might be, I don't know. There might already be that, considering the fact that it started up around the same time that Disney started getting real big.
Oh.
That being right after World War II.
Let's see.
With much of the artwork actually based off of early Disney cartoons.
Oh.
Or at very least Astro Boy being based off of early Disney cartoons, which Astro Boy basically popularized the animation style in Japan.
I started reading a manga recently.
Which one?
I forgot the name. But it's about a demon who's like the second in command, pretty much.
Oh, the devil is a part timer.
No,
No, dang. Okay.
it's about a demon who's second in command, and a magical girl comes and destroys the thing keeping the demon realm together. So all the demons are cast out onto Earth, and she ends up reverting into looking like a small child. And it's about her trying to.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's about her trying to adapt to, human stuff, and like trying to get a part-time job just to literally survive off of more than just bean sprouts, and failing miserably at everything human.
I think I found the one I was talking about earlier. I'm pretty sure it was Diabolic Lovers, in which it had that whole like fucking harem issue of the main character refuses to fucking decide
But it's all
because apparently they don't have the courage to either decide or propose a polyamorous relationship.
some people just saying about that poly though, dude.
I'm sorry, but if you can't choose, at least give it a shot.
No. If you can't choose, you just say no to all of them. You're just like, I'm sorry, all of you, but I can't do it. Go find somebody else.
Well, you see, if you propose the poly one, then anyone who gets irrationally angry, is not someone you want to hook up with. Because that person's super jealous, or even if it was a monogamous relationship, they wouldn't be too healthy to be around.
Nah, homie.
Welcome to Psychology 101? Question mark.
Welcome to Dating Tips with Llytic.
Welcome to I'm actually
If
more
you're having
conservative
trouble
than I think.
choosing, propose to both at the same time. Make sure they both know. Don't keep it a secret from either one of them.
Or
Don't
just you're not ready for a relationship.
try to stay honest.
That sounds like quitter talk, Zane.
Yeah. Also talks like keeping yourself from being in a relationship you're not ready for.
There's a difference between not being ready and not being able to decide between two people that you do very much have feelings for and both have feelings for you.
Yeah. But if you can't choose, then don't bother.
Well, if you can't choose, then you might as well give it a shot with both.
That's just gonna end up in an orgy. Which
Exactly.
is okay.
Well, only if they're okay with having a three-way involving each other.
Yeah.
Which, if they are, nice.
I always feel like have I told you that I feel like a conservative whenever I'm around you?
I think it's just that I'm very open-minded about things.
Yeah, but still. It's my line again, isn't it?
Yes, it's been your line.
No, it's your line, Llytic.
No, he never finished it. He simply said, I replaced the book with another book, and never finished his line.
Yeah, because y'all kept interrupting me, and stole back into the cover of Shadows where I belonged.
The afternoon passed.
Ow, the edge.
I want to say if I interrupted, I'm sorry. And I just interrupted Llytic. I realized that now. I'm sorry. I will shut up.
No, it was
Oh, you
Llytic.
aren't.
It's always him.
The afternoon passed, and I watched, feeling helpless again, as the sun slowly sank in the sky and the shadows crawled across the lawn toward her. I wanted to push them back, but the darkness was inevitable. The shadows took her. When the light was gone, her skin looked too pale, ghostly. Her hair was dark again, almost black against her face. Also, I think the reason why we ended up getting off track is because you said the book you replaced it with was a manga.
Yeah. A Yuri manga.
I mean, you didn't say Yuri at the time.
Yeah.
He did he? I don't remember.
Either way, who cares?
It was a frightening thing to watch, like witnessing Alice's visions come to fruition. Bella's steady, strong heartbeat was the only reassurance, the sound that kept this moment from feeling like a nightmare. Okay, dude, the sun's just going down. Come on.
I was relieved when her father arrived home. Okay, that's even worse. Don't sleep outside when nobody's home.
I want to beat Edward to death against a tree.
I want to
grab
flash
him
a
by
light.
the ankle and repeatedly slam him against a tree and then light the remaining pieces on fire.
Don't do that to the tree, man. A tree deserves a better death.
I swear to God. I could hear little from him as he drove down the street toward the house. Some vague annoyance in the past, something about his day at work, expectation mixed with hunger. I guess that he was looking forward to dinner, most people do.
Mhm.
But his thoughts were so quiet and contained that I could not be sure I was right. I only got the gist of them.
Wait, his mind reading has a distance problem?
No, Bella's father is vague to him.
Oh, right.
That was the thing mentioned earlier.
Right. I was wondering what her mother sounded like. Was
I-
the genetic combination had formed her so what?
It's
What the genetic combination had been that formed her so uniquely?
you took my line, but yeah, that's
Just read, Tom.
okay. I'll shut up.
Oh, my bad.
Bella started awake, jerking up to a sitting position when the tires of her father's car hit the brick driveway. She stared around herself, seeming confused by the unexpected darkness. For one brief moment, her eyes touched the shadows where I hid, but they flickered quickly away.
For some reason, I was initially going to say wouldn't where when her father's car hit the driveway, but my immediate thought when I said that was just the image of his car hurtling from the sky into the driveway.
Meteoric impact.
I kind of thought that they were implying that Bella was in the driveway and you just kind of ran over her.
Dad, you just ran over my foot. It hurt a lot.
Bella just kind of wakes up just like, holy shit!
Just screaming.
Screeching like an owl, remember?
Hoot.
But louder.
Charlie? She said in a low voice, still peering into the trees surrounding the small yard.
The door of his car slammed shut, and she looked to the sound. She got to her feet quickly and gathered her things, casting one more look back toward the woods.
You're the Banana King, Charlie. I moved into a tree He's in the tree?
Edward's
Now
in
he
the
is.
trees.
Why?
It's like fucking Vietnam all over again.
I'm just imagining he's like just, I don't know, like there's like a possum next to him in the tree, and he's just sitting there like crouched
I
down
hope
on a
it
branch.
bites him.
I'm more confused, because when I think of neighborhood trees, I need to know how old this neighborhood is.
Well, it's also in Fort Washington, and it's stated that there is a forest right outside, the Swan House.
Okay, good, because if this was just like their neighbor's tree, I'm pretty sure it would have fallen over.
Yeah, no, it's the Pacific Northwest. They actually have trees.
We have trees here too, buddy.
Yes, but they're artificially added. Except for the
Wait,
mesquite.
I forgot. The location you're in, yeah, there's not much trees out there. There's trees where I am.
No, it's very flat. There are
Yeah.
trees where I'm at because
Except for the canyon, which is the only place worth looking at, because it's not flat.
And not
There's a
farmland.
joke in there to be made about boobs.
I kind of enjoy the openness of that part of the state.
It's boring.
Well, I don't really go outside, so I'm not really worried about what's outside, you know?
I can look at the plains at any time. I don't want to. There's no interesting thing about it once you've seen it so many times. You
Sounds
see
like
it 5
somebody
times,
needs
you've
a
had enough.
vacation.
I just like looking to the edge of the world. It's like it spreads out and I like it a lot.
I like it when I look outside and there's nothing there. That means there's nobody around.
I'd rather look outside and see wilderness because there's probably nobody around. Not many people are in the woods.
Except for the crazed wildmen.
Yes, but I find them more preferable company to many people.
Really? I thought they'd try to eat you.
You act like they
Maybe.
get the chance.
I moved into the tree closer to the back window near the small kitchen. What?
I'm just imagining them looking out the window and seeing Edward's pale fucking ass out there. With how fucking incandescent his skin is, there's no way he'd be able to camouflage himself in the shadows.
No, you see what he did was when he ran out into the forest, he just dive bombed into the mud.
He's
So
got
now
a
just-
he's got a ghillie suit on.
I could
He
just
is the
picture them.
trees.
I could just hear him like stomping around in the tree, shaking a bunch. The dad just looks outside and immediately spots him. Just what?
Sweetie, stay inside. I'm gonna get my gun.
Small kitchen and listen to their eating. It was interesting to compare Charlie's word to his mouthful of thoughts. His love and concern for his only daughter was nearly overwhelming. Yet his words were always terse and casual, and most of the time they sat in companionable silence.
Yes, they're both two people who aren't too terribly social. That happens. I heard her discuss her plans for the following evening in Port Angeles, and I refined my own plans as I listened. Jasper had not warned Peter and Charlotte to stay clear of Port Angeles. Though I knew that they had fed recently and had no intention of hunting anywhere near the vicinity of our home. I would watch her, just in case. You'd watch her regardless.
Mm-hmm.
After all, there were always others of my kind out there. And then all those human dangers that I had never much considered before now. Hey, you know what's not healthy? To be constantly thinking about how fragile you're loved. Unless they're your child, you don't have a reason to do so.
I heard her.
2-year-old. He wants to. I have a 2-year-old. He tries to kill himself every 3 days.
What?
Not even purposely. It just happens.
I heard her worry aloud about leaving her father to prepare dinner alone and smiled at this proof of my theory. Yes, she was a caretaker.
And then I left, and I would return when she was asleep. There are lots of things wrong with that sentence right there.
Yep.
I wish to pile drive this man into the ground and then choke slam him into the other side.
I'll be right back, alright?
Okay.
I would not trespass on her privacy the way the peeping Tom would have. Motherfucker!
You already have, man. Come on.
I would be here for her protection. Not to leer at her in the way Mike Newton no doubt would. I'm going to break your ankles and shove them down your throat. Were he agile enough to move through the treetops the way I could, I would not treat her so crassly. I'm going to shove both your fists up your own ass.
My house was empty when I returned, which was fine by me. I didn't miss the confused or disparaging thoughts questioning my sanity. Emmett had left a note stuck to the newel post.
Football at Rainerfield. Come on, please.
I found a pen and scrawled the word sorry beneath his plea. The teams were even without me in any case.
Well, we need someone to warm the bench, even if their ass is ice cold. Somehow, despite the fact that it in reality should be room temperature. I went for the shortest of hunting trips, contenting myself with the smaller, gentler creatures that did not taste as good as the hunters, then changed into fresh clothes before I ran back to Forks.
Bella did not sleep as well tonight. She thrashed in her blankets, her face sometimes worried, sometimes sad. I wondered what nightmare haunted her, and then realized that perhaps I really didn't want to know.
You don't need to know. When she spoke, she mostly muttered derogatory things about me, Forks, in a glum voice. Only once, when she sighed out the words "come back," her hand twitched to open, a wordless plea, did I have a chance of hope that she might be dreaming of me. Fuck off.
Next day of school, the last day the sun would hold me prisoner, was much the same as the day before. Bella seemed even gloomier than yesterday, and I wondered if she would bow out of her plans. She didn't seem in the mood.
But, being Bella, she would probably put her friend's enjoyment above that of her own.
Bella doesn't actually sound like the kind of person that Edward's talking about when I remember her.
No, most of her actions in both the main Twilight series and this aren't selfless.
I think Edward's dumb.
Yes!
Just a little bit.
No.
I wish to shove his head up his own ass.
Would he survive that?
No,
Hopefully not.
He could survive having his own head ripped off, and that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to rip off his head and shove it up his ass neck stump first.
Okay, but like, it's still attached to him
That way he
technically,
can just
so he could move
peek
around.
out of his own rectum.
Hello.
His view of the world.
Did you switch devices, Zane?
Yes,
Okay.
I had to, because, everyone's moving around now and don't want to, clog it with background noise.
Okay. Understandable. She wore a deep blue blouse today, and the color set her skin off perfectly, making it look like fresh cream.
Wait. What colors do pale skin go with?
I mean, same colors that most skin types go with. The whole thing is just... I mean, for one, personality also kind of drives it. For instance, you can't exactly make an outfit look any good unless you have confidence, regardless of what it is.
Alright. Is that why cops only wear dark colors? Because they're sad?
Which is part of the reason why most outfits look good on me, because I do have a modicum of confidence.
Alright.
I've yet to find anything that actively looks bad on me.
I don't really care what I look like. That's the problem.
I mean, part of fashion is ultimately how you carry yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Lazily and, I don't know, depressingly sometimes. I don't know. It's not what I was getting at. What? This is about Bella and her outfit, and I'm wondering if the pale skin actually mixes like he says.
He's just lusting after someone.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Everything looks better when you're attracted to someone.
Okay. Is it my line?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
School
ended.
ended and Jessica agreed to pick the other girls up. Angela was going too, for which I was grateful. I'll be right back again.
Okay.
I went home to get my car. I found that Peter and Charlotte were there. When I found that Peter and Charlotte were there, I decided could afford to give the girls an hour or so for a head start. I would never be able to bear following behind them, driving at the speed limit. Hideous thought. Fuck off.
I came in through the kitchen, nodding vaguely at Emmett's and Esme's greetings as I passed by everyone in the front room and went straight to the piano.
Okay.
Hold on, sorry, my toilet's broken. I have to fix it real quick. Anyways, let's see. I came through the kitchen, right?
No, the one after that.
Ugh, he's back. Rosalie, of course.
Edward. I hate seeing suffering so. Esme's joy becoming marred by concern. She should be concerned. This love story she envisioned for me was careening toward a tragedy more perceptively every moment.
Ugh.
The only reason it's doing so is because you're such an insufferable fuck.
Shut up, Edward. Just shut up. Have fun in Port Angeles tonight, Alice thought cheerfully. Let me know when I'm allowed to talk to Bella.
You're pathetic. I can't believe you missed the game last night just to watch somebody sleep, Emmett grumbled. Yeah, that's creepy.
That's a legitimate reason to think someone's pathetic, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but here's the other question. Why does the family know and why are they okay with it?
Because Mormons. Jasper paid me no mind, even when the song I played came out a little more stormily than I'd intended. Oh no, how dare he doesn't care? It was an old song, a familiar theme. Impatience. Jasper was saying goodbye to his friends, who'd eyed me curiously.
What a strange creature, the Alice-sized white blonde Charlotte was thinking.
They're all white!
White blonde, I think, just like the really pale blonde hair.
No, I was making a comment on Stephenie Meyer's writing.
Oh. And he was so normal and pleasant the last time we met.
Wait, so he's actually going crazy and everyone can tell, but not Edward.
Pretty much.
I'm pretty sure he has some inkling of understanding. That's why he won't shut the fuck up about how terrible he is.
But not enough to fix it.
Oh, wait, it's Zane's line.
It's my line, yep. What a strange creature.
No.
Peter's thoughts were in sync with hers, and as was usually the case,
It must be the animals. The lack of human blood drives them mad. He concluded. His hair was just as fair as hers, and almost as long. They were very similar, except for size, as he was almost as tall as Jasper, because how dare they be about the same height? All of the male-female couples, and well, actually, that'd just be all the couples. All the couples in this have to have it to where the guys are taller. Exponentially so.
exponentially, ugh.
I mean, not exponentially, fuck. Drastically so.
Yeah, still,
They
I
all
know
need
what you
to
were
be at
getting
least
at.
a foot taller, because fuck you. Domineering men stereotype.
Yeah.
Who cares about not going along with stereotypical gender fucking setups?
This is an old book. Cut it some slack.
Both look and thought, they're both thoughts. You all are.
Got
A
'em.
well-matched pair, I'd always thought. You are a thought.
You are a thoughtless thought. No
Uh,
thoughts go through your head, but you indeed are a thought.
The best way to describe Edward would be, in fact, by calling him that hoe over there.
That creepy hoe over there.
Well, that'd be Thachot. I mean, Tachot.
Tachot? What?
Thought. Thot. That hoe over there.
That's what that means?
According to Genius for the rap lyric in which that first appeared, yes.
You learn everything every day.
Yeah, supposedly it means that hoe over there, which, yes, I would call Edward that hoe over there.
and then
Yeah.
you said that creepy hoe over there, which would be
Tachot.
TCHOT. Tachot.
Tachot.
Yeah.
Alright, well,
Fucking Tachot.
fucking Tachot.
Everyone but Esme stopped thinking about me after a moment, and I played in more subdued tone so that I would not attract notice.
You're playing piano in the middle of a large room.
He plays the Sands theme. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Megalovania.
Yep. Suddenly, Megalovania. Honestly, I could just picture an artist that could see into the future stealing popular songs for themselves.
That
But
sounds like
because
the
it's
kind of
not-
person that deserves a bitch slap.
I know, but because it's not the original person making it, nobody likes it as much. Alright, let's see. I did not pay attention to them for a long while, just letting the music distract me from my unease. It was odd to have the girl out of sight and mind. I only took my attention to the conversation. When the goodbyes grew more final.
If you see Maria again, Jasper was saying, a little warily, tell her I wish her well.
Call her a bitch for me.
Maria was the vampire who had created both Jasper and Peter. Jasper in the latter half of the 19th century. Peter more recently, in the 1940s. She'd looked Jasper up once when we were in Calgary. It had been an eventful visit. We'd had to move immediately. Jasper had politely asked her to keep her distance in the future.
I don't imagine that'll happen soon, Peter said with a laugh. Maria was undeniably dangerous, and there was not much love lost between her and Peter. Peter had, after all, been instrumental in Jasper's defection. Jasper had always been Maria's favorite. She considered a minor detail, and she had once planned to kill him, but should it happen, I certainly will.
They were shaking hands then, preparing to depart. I let the song I was playing trail off to an unsatisfying end, much like my own, and hastily got to my feet.
Sounds like me every Tuesday night.
Masturbating?
Yes, that was the joke.
Charlotte? Peter? I said, nodding.
Oh, Peter, it was nice to see you again, Edward, Charlotte said daffily. Peter just nodded in return.
Oh. Madman, Emmett threw after me.
Idiot, Rosalie thought at the same time.
Poor boy, Esme.
And Alice, in a chiding tone, they're heading straight east to Seattle, nowhere near Port Angeles. She showed me the proof in her visions.
I pretended I hadn't heard that. My excuses were already flimsy enough.
Once in my car, I felt more relaxed. The robust purr of the engine Rosalie had boosted for me last year when she was in a better mood was soothing. It was a relief to be in motion, to know that I was getting closer to Bella with every mile that flew away under my tires. Well, that's the end of the chapter. I'll see y'all later.
Chapter 9, Port Angeles. It was too bright.
Oh.
What?
Sorry. I thought I did. Go ahead.
I want to get on Mr. Boney's wild ride.
It was too bright for me to drive into town when I got to Port Angeles. The sun was still too high overhead, and though my windows were tinted dark, there was no reason to take unnecessary risks. More unnecessary risks, I should say.
You are taking an unnecessary risk, though.
Hardcore parkour, motherfucker.
I was certain I would be able to find Jessica's thoughts from a distance. Jessica's thoughts were louder than Angela's, but once I found the first, I'd be able to hear the second. Then, when the shadows lengthened, I could get closer. For now, I pulled off the road onto an overgrown driveway just outside the town that appeared to be infrequently used.
You creepy stalker fuck.
I could just picture, so some of Edward's siblings are here, right? Like the one that can see the future that wants to be Bella's friend, right?
Yeah.
So she's there, and she knows Edward's gonna show up. I could just picture her, trying to give, a, hint to Bella or whatever, hey, he's gonna show up, just leave, because she knows that Edward can't sense Bella's thoughts or whatever. So, Edward's just stalking the group, trying to notice Bella, and the next thing he knows, he just hears, hoot behind him.
Yeah!
Just a really angry Bella staring at him.
Shinde hoot.
Oh, I wasn't ready. God damn it, dude. Ow. Oh, fuck.
You weren't ready for Shinderhoot?
I was not ready for Omailamo Shindarhoot. I knew the general direction to search in. There was really only one place for dress shopping in Port Angeles. It wasn't long before I found Jessica spinning in front of a three-way mirror, and I could see Bella in her peripheral vision appraising the long black dress she wore. I was just picturing there's only one dress shop in town. He goes there and none of them are there. They're at a bar. Yes, they're teenagers, but they're at the bar because they're having a wild life.
Yes, we're totally of age. Just look at these IDs that are totally not fake. Oh. Bella still looked pissed. Angela was right. So upset about it, though. At least she knows she has a backup date for the prom. If Mike doesn't have fun at the dance, he doesn't ask me out again. What if he asks Bella to the prom? He already did it. Would she have asked Mike to the dance if I had said anything? She still thinks she's prettier than me. No, it's less that, more just the fact that he's settling for you because every character in this is unlikable.
You're still going mind control.
Does he? Yes, I know. Does she still think she's prettier than me? What the fuck?
What the fuck? Does she think she's prettier than me?
Oh my god, I am going to stab everyone. It's gonna be like Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, only it's gonna be me and several universes.
Llytic angrily kills everything. In this episode,
Llytic angrily destroys yet another universe.
The Twilight universe. In this episode...
First, he beats Edward to death using Bella's corpse.
Wait. First, we had to kill Ella. How could he kill Edward first with Bella's corpse if Edward's the first person dying?
Smack Edward's body with her a few times, she'll die.
It's not a corpse when you start, though, but okay.
She wasn't a corpse when I started, but she will be by the time I'm done.
Tune in next episode where Llytic reenacts his Avengers Endgame.
Tune in next time when he starts ripping people in half.
I'm going to make there be 50% of people in the universe. 50% of each person.
You know, space powers are real fun. Especially Prince of Space. You ever shrink a planet down to the size of a marble, then crushed it between your fingers?
I thought a Prince of Space would just kind of be like, you're gone now. A Witch of Space would change the size, I thought.
Well, no matter what, I'm able to affect the size and momentum
but you could
of
just
everything.
Thanos snap.
Exactly, which would basically just be affecting the momentum of the atoms in something. Or affecting the velocity.
I think I got breath, right? I just blow on something really gently.
You're more just the aspect of freedom.
Fuck you, I do what I want. Goodbye.
Free their heart from their body.
I mean, I could beat someone to death with their own spine.
Free
That's
their heart
always
from
fun.
their body. Just goodbye.
You're free now.
I actually need to take a class spec test or whatever. Like the class, not the aspect, you know?
I think I once knew someone who would say that kind of stuff every time he killed someone.
Interesting.
Take their hearts?
You're
Wait,
free
no,
now.
that's a Persona reference. Oh.
That's concerning, but okay. I think I like the blue one better. It really brings out your eyes.
Jessica smiled at Bella with false warmth while eyeing her suspiciously.
Oh god,
Suspicious
that wasn't
warmth?
supposed to be a thought. That wasn't supposed to be internal.
Mhm.
That was an actual quote. That was Bella talking.
Yeah. He's listening to Bella talk to Jessica through Jessica's eyes.
Through Jessica's eyes.
I think. I'm not sure.
So, wait, but
Maybe.
Edward can read people's lips?
Listening to someone talk through eyes. Wait.
No, reading. I'm taking it too far.
Edward's
I'm
just inside now.
reading.
Edward's inside Edward?
No,
No, I'm
Edward's
thinking-
inside the building.
I was thinking Edward was reading her mind, and by doing so, it's like watching a movie from someone else's perspective.
Yeah, he's basically like listening in from Jessica. But
Mm-hmm.
the way you made it sound like he was doing it through her eyes, because apparently that's how she heard things.
Didn't you know Jessica was deaf? Or deaf.
Does she really think that, or does she want...
Oh,
Cut out.
yeah. Is he still there?
Llytic?
It's your line, Tom.
No,
Okay,
you cut out, I thought.
though. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did she really think that? Does she really think that, or does she want me to look like a cow on that?
There we go.
I mean, she won't be the only animal there then.
Hoot.
Hoot. Moo.
I was already tired of listening to Jessica.
I'm tired of listening to you, Edward.
Well, we're
Can't
kind of
hear
locked
you.
into this, so it's too late to complain now. I mean, it's not, but still. I searched close by for Angela. But Angela was in the process of changing dresses. I skipped quickly out of her head to give her some privacy.
Oh, how considerate of you.
I can just picture, like, Llytic being at, like, a play or something, and it's just he keeps screaming at the people on stage and cursing at them, and they're trying their best to ignore him.
Curse him. Fuck you!
You're a dick, Edward! Fuck off!
It's a good thing that most plays and movies you don't hear the inner thoughts of someone's head. Because if they're anything like these characters, it'd be really easy to hate them.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really good you're not a seer of mind.
Well, it's just a good thing that the majority of people don't actually act like this.
Yeah, that too. Well, there wasn't much trouble. Bella could get into the department store. I'd let them shop.
Believe me, you've never been in a department store then.
Mhm.
I'd let them shop and then catch up with them when they were done. It wouldn't be long until it was dark. The clouds were beginning to return, drifting in from the west. I could only catch glimpses of the thick trees. He's in the fucking tree again.
Yep. Probably.
In Seattle. He's in a bigger city now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so he looks even more out of place. But I could see how they would hurry the sunset. What? I welcomed them, carved them more than I had ever yearned for their shadows before. Tomorrow I could sit beside Bella in school again, monopolize her attention at lunch again. I could ask her all the questions I'd been saving up.
Okay, monopolizing her attention.
Edward,
I don't like the way that was
feed you a
phrased.
door.
And I think he was talking about the clouds in that sentence.
I don't. Ugh. Edward sucks. Ugh.
I'm going to force feed this man a door.
I'm gonna promote him to dad.
What?
I'm gonna promote him to dad.
Promote him to death?
Promote him to dad, yeah.
Okay, then.
It's like when you get promoted to customer from your company.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
It was a joke about being fired.
Yeah.
So
But
she
fired,
was.
it's being killed.
So she was furious about Tyler's presumption. I'd seen that in his head, that he'd meant it literally when he'd spoken of the prom, and that he was staking a claim. I pictured her expression from that other afternoon, the outraged disbelief, and I laughed. I wondered what she would say to him about this. I didn't want to miss her reaction.
The time went slowly while I waited for the shadows to lengthen. I checked in periodically with Jessica. Her mental voice was the easiest to find, but I didn't like to linger there long. I saw the place they were planning to eat. It would be dark by dinner time. Dinner time. Jeez, I can't talk.
Dinner team.
Maybe I would coincidentally choose the same restaurant. I touched the phone in my pocket, thinking of inviting Alice out to eat. She would love that, but she would also want to talk to Bella. I wasn't sure if I was ready to have Bella more involved with my world. Wasn't one vampire trouble enough?
I checked in routine with Jessica again. She was thinking about her jewelry, asking Angela's opinion.
Maybe I should take the necklace back. I mean, shoplifting wasn't the best idea, and I've got one at home that would probably work. I mean, granted, if I go back, there's also the whole thing that I shoplifted it, so unless I do this carefully, I'm not going to be able to put it back without getting caught. Maybe I could place the blame on someone else, say that someone dropped it while they were running. Make it seem like someone else stole it. And I also spent way more than I was supposed to. I ran out in the shoplifting. Mom was going to freak out. What was I thinking?
What? What?
That was a trip.
All right.
I don't mind going back to the store. Do you think Bella will be looking for us, though?
What was this? Bella wasn't with them? Yes! Yes, Bella, find this idiot who's hiding in the trees. I stared through Jessica's eyes first, and then switched to Angela's. They were on the sidewalk in front of a line of shops, just turning back the other way. Bella was nowhere in sight.
Oh, who cares about Bella? Exactly. Jess thought impatiently before answering Angela's question. She's fine. We'll get to the restaurant in plenty of time, even if we go back. Anyway, I think she wanted to be alone. I got a brief glimpse of the bookshop Jessica thought Bella had gone to.
Let's hurry then, Angela said. I hope Bella doesn't think we ditched her. She was so nice to me in the car before. She's really a sweet person, but she seemed kind of blue all day. I wonder if it's because of Edward Cullen. I'll bet that's why she was asking about his family.
Good.
Just
take the hint, Edward.
These people never met a wanderlust.
I don't even know what that means.
Someone who basically just has a habit of wandering off.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, if you take me on some group thing, there's a chance that I'll wander off without saying anything. In which case, you should probably text me to make sure I'm all right.
Nah, he'll be fine.
Why would she not have a cell phone of any sort?
Mm.
Who knows?
Should we end it here? Do y'all want to do one more page, or how do we want to
Let's
do
finish this page.
Okay.
This page is for babies. Let's just stop. Sorry, I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Okay.
Tom, read. Or no, you read. Zane.
I should have been paying better attention.
Fuck off, Edward.
What all had I missed here? Belle was off wandering by herself, and she been asking about me before. Angela was paying attention to Jessica now. Jessica was babbling about that idiot Mike, and I could get nothing more from her. His name is Mike, and I don't know the rest of the song.
I'm going to grab you by the back of your head, Edward, and slam you face first into a fire hydrant.
Okay, well, at least that's inanimate, so go ahead.
If you're lucky, it'll get jammed down your throat.
Lucky?
If he's not, it'll go straight through his head. So either he's going to be in a lot of pain or he's going to be headless.
Oh. But I thought he was okay if he was headless. God, the vampires here are
not
stupid.
if his head is destroyed.
Well, okay, ugh. I don't know.
It's going to be a bit harder to put that back together. I judge the shadows. The sun will be behind the clouds soon enough. If I stayed on the west side of the road, where the buildings would shade the street from fading light.
I started to feel anxious as I drove through the sparse traffic into the center of town. Okay, if they're in Seattle, the traffic's not going to be sparse. Just going to say that.
I mean, the sun's going down.
Yeah.
Sun's getting real low there, pal.
And it's a city.
We need Bruce back.
This wasn't something I had considered. Bella taking off on her own, and I had no idea how to find her. I should have considered it.
Fuck off.
I knew Pot and Chelly's well. I drove straight to the bookstore in Jessica's head, hoping my search would be short, but doubting it would be so easy. When did Bella ever make it easy?
Fuck off, you barely talked to her. Sure enough, the little shop was empty except for the anachronistically dressed woman behind the counter. She didn't this didn't look like the kind of place Bella would be interested in. Too new age for a practical person.
Here's a new drinking
game. Run you over with your own car.
Here's a new drinking game, guys. Take a shot whenever Llytic gets annoyed by Edward. Oh, wait, no, don't do that. You'll die from alcohol poisoning.
I have a lot less patience today. I wondered if she'd ever bothered to go in. Oh, it's too new age for a practical person. Eat shit and live.
What does that even mean by new age? Like, I never got that phrase.
That's a good question. There was a patch of shade I could park in. It made a dark pathway right up to the overhang of the shop. I really shouldn't. Wandering around in the sunlight hours was not safe. What if a passing car threw the sun's reflection into the shade at just the wrong moment?
Oh no, it looks like there might be a piece of metal in the area you're in.
No one's gonna care. It's the middle of a city. People do weird shit all the time in there.
Care about someone sparkling in the goddamn modern day.
Hey, I don't care if it's the mid-2000s.
If anything, the worst that might happen is that he yells at him, or he might be the subject of a hate crime. But
the worst that happens is you get called a homophobic slur.
Yeah. Especially, wait, this is the North. Never mind. Yeah, he'd probably just be called homophobe. Or homo, I mean. But I didn't know how else to look for Bella. Ugh.
I mean, unless you somehow catch the attention of the local KKK chapter, I doubt it's going to get worse than that.
Hello, AKK or KKK? There's a strange sparkling man outside my house.
Yeah, there's this fucking homo outside. Oh, God, fucking hell. Like, that's the worst that's going to fucking happen to you. Fuck off. I walked and I parked and got out, keeping to the deepest side of the shadow. I strode quickly into the store, noting the faint trace of Bella's scent in the air. She had been here on the sidewalk, but There was no hint of her fragrance inside the shop.
Welcome, can I help? The saleswoman began to say, but I was already out the door.
God, Dick. No. That old lady doesn't deserve this. I followed
So
Bella's
far, aside from Charlie, this old lady's my favorite character.
I followed Bella's scent as far as the shade would allow, stopping when I got to the edge of the...
170.
Well, we made a pretty decent, we made it, no, 9 pages. Not as bad as it could have been, but we could have done a little bit better, possibly, if we'd stayed on topic more, but I'm not complaining. I had fun tonight.
I rate this